Hello, Amber. Welcome to the Profit Planner podcast.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me. So happy to be here.
Yes, and I'm so excited that we met because you reached out to me a few months ago. I was on your show, which is incredible, Chakra Girl Radio. Everyone definitely needs to go listen to that. My episode with her was amazing. We had so much fun, and so I'm glad that you're now on this show. I've loved getting to know you over the past few months, and your dog is just so precious. Love following your Instagram stories.
It's like, yeah, I'm like sitting amongst all the dog hair right now. There's like hair everywhere. Always.
Well, I have two little dogs, so seeing your dog, it's big and fluffy, and it just looks like it's a cuddle bug. And
there's just more to love.
Yeah, more to love. I love it. So can you start off with telling us about your business, what you do, all that awesome stuff?
Yeah, so my business is called the Chakra Girl Co. I don't really like calling myself a coach. I like calling myself your spiritual BFF. So I do mostly work with female entrepreneurs to tap into their chakra energy, which is where I believe we have so much potential that's just like blocked. So we tap into the energy, we infuse it into the business, and yeah, they see like mega success and this kind of like limitless opportunity from being in that energy.
Yeah, I think that energy does say a lot. And I know me over the past few months, I've had to do a lot of transformative work from going to kind of that scarcity mindset to the abundance mindset, which is huge.
Yeah, 100%. And I think it's kind of funny, like when we say like everything is energy, like everything absolutely is energy. We're like constantly like radiating vibes off of us, and like you get to choose, like, is it going to be a low frequency or is it going to be a high frequency? And like an abundance mindset has a high frequency, a lack mindset has a low frequency. So if you're vibrating at a low frequency, you're going to attract low frequency situations.
Yes. And, I've listened to a lot of podcasts about energy and just even the scientific, of course I'm scientific and data driven, but there's like these receptors all over our body for energy and how we receive and give. And it is just so interesting to me. So anyways, I love your podcast. Ever since you reached out to me, I started listening. So I'm obsessed with your show. So everyone that's listening, come over there and listen to her with me. We'll just be Chakra Girl Radio fans together.
Yes.
For sure. But I do want to mention, so the problem we have with a few of our listeners, and it might be you who's listening right now. I've seen you guys in my DMs and in the Facebook group, and you've told me that you don't believe that you can get to 5-figure months. And this makes my heart so sad. I hate to hear you say that because you deserve more than $10,000 a month. Like, that's just a starting point. We're just diving off the diving board now. You can make way more than that, but just realizing I could generate $10,000 a month in my business, and money's not going to make you happier, but I mean, imagine how much more freeing that would be. Imagine having half of that income even come in on autopilot. So I wanted to bring on Amber. I was like, this is a problem. We're going to fix it. So Amber's going to help me fix it together. We're going to tackle this problem together. And so I know Amber's making 5 figures a month for sure. And she has a business that doesn't stress her out all the time. She's not going crazy. She's not a chicken with its head cut off, running around. And I love that about Amber. She's so intentional with the way she has her business. And so I wanted to bring you on and chat about it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've done it both ways. I've done the 10K months like a psycho chicken with its head cut off too when I first started. Yeah. My packages were like $1,100. And I would take on like 20 clients a month or take on I don't think I ever had like fully 20, but I was around like the 15 to 18 mark. And that's in freaking sanity, like insanity.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's got to be another way. And I think one of the key things is raising your prices.
Yeah, totally.
When I raised my prices, I attracted people that were ready to pay. But you have to also like be so grounded in your value and like unwaveringly confident that you know that you can that you're worth that money. I mean, I think everyone listening probably, is ready to raise their prices and play bigger. But yeah, so once I raised, so obviously there's, raising your prices, there's, you know, group programs, like supporting people in a group atmosphere, and then there's passive income.
Okay.
And all those have kind of been the key factors. And another thing that's really powerful is growing up with your audience. So I'm constantly investing in myself and learning more. And I really think if I'm going to spend $30,000 on a coaching package or a mastermind, then I believe that I can now charge that much because I've seen the transformation from that, and I've learned from that, and I've experienced like an energetic shift from that experience. And now I can go and share that same value. So it's like people are coming in like entry level, like buying my lowest price program, and then I have something for them for the next level, and something for them for the next level, and something for them for the next level. And they're always, you know, and then the people that started with me, like the people, I have clients that I've been working with since I first started, and they are literally just one step behind me because they've just been like going up, up, up with me. And it's just so cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's so possible. Like I said, when I had my first 10K month when I had only been in business for like 4 months, maybe 3 or 4 months. And it was kind of a funny situation because I had just been laid off from my job, and I was like, okay, how long did I have? I think I had 16 weeks of severance. Right? It wasn't that long. 12 weeks. So I basically was like, okay, I need to come up with a plan to you know, make more money than I was making at my job.
Right.
Like it's not an option to not do this. Like, I'm not going to get another job. I just knew that I had to make this work. And I just went out there and I did it, and I like sold my ass off. And okay, I didn't sell my ass off. Not in that kind of business. But I was
well, good.
really
I'm glad.
selling my products.
Okay, there we go.
And yeah, it was just like, it just happened, and I just did it. And it just comes, and I think the key factor was like believing I could do it. If I was like, if there was a part of me that was like, oh, well, if this doesn't work, I'll just get a job, or, oh, I'll just apply for these jobs and see if that works, and I'll try this. It's like, I had to cut off the safety net. I had to cut off the plan B. I had to like cut off the, what if this doesn't work? It just wasn't an option. And, yeah, I think that mindset was energetically what allowed it to happen as well. I just don't think you can do anything with one toe dipped in. You have to do everything like fully immersed.
So you put it out in the universe and you said, this is going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. And like, it was stressful. It's not like it was like easy, but I did it, and I just like made the plan, and like it was like something you would appreciate. It was like a spreadsheet plan of like
Amber, I just love you more and more.
It was like very detailed, and like, okay, week 1, I'll do this, and like I had all of this like output plan, and like I believe like everything's an energy exchange. So like I don't believe that you trade time for money. Like the more time you put in, the more money you make. I believe it's an energy exchange. The more high vibration you put into something, the more money you get back from it. So, you know, the plan that I created isn't necessarily exactly how the money all came in. Like, people were buying different things. I thought they were going to buy that, but then they bought that. But all that mattered was that I was moving my energy forward, and then it was able to come back to me.
Right. I love that because, you know, I talk a lot about that inside the Profit Planner Lounge. With profit planning is, you know, you'll create a plan, but it's just a skeleton. And I love that you're talking about the energy. You know, when we talk about that is putting that motivation, that energy, and that belief and that mindset into it, and that money will come because you have put it in the universe. You have a plan. But that doesn't mean that is exactly how the money will come. You know, if you manifest, let's say $500, well, you could get a $200 client, but then $300 is sent in the mail. Like, who knows how the universe will respond to that?
You have no idea.
Yeah.
And I think the funny thing that a lot of people don't know too is that like, it's not enough to ask the universe for the money. Money is a stack of paper. The universe doesn't, there's no energetic weight to that. It's just a boring stack of paper or a number on a screen.
Mm-hmm.
What you have to do is if you're trying to manifest 10K months, you need to get so grounded and clear on what your life is going to look like when you have those 10K months. So what are the things you're going to be doing differently? What are the things you're going to be buying? Where are you going to be grocery shopping? What are you going to be wearing? What trips are you going to be going on? How are you going to feel? How are you going to look? How is that going to be different? And then that's what you need to like really start visualizing, visualizing the amount in your bank account or the clients or whatever. Like that's the weight of that isn't heavy enough. Actually, however, visualizing the results that your clients will get, that's another really great way to add weight to it, being not only excited for yourself for these 10K months, but being excited for other people. So I always say like the universe is like your dad. He's not just going to hand you $50 unless he knows what it's for. So you have to have that so clear.
I love that. So how many income streams did you have or do you have now in order to get to what you're making right now?
So for me, so I'll map it out. So I have a mastermind program. I have 8 girls in it and they're paying about $1,500 a month.
Okay.
So I think that works out to like 13 after like PayPal fees and stuff like that works out to like 14,000 a month. Like that's coming in no matter what for a year. No matter what, I'm making 15K a month around that. If I don't sell one more thing. I have a $1,000 program, which is Chakra Girl Business School, which is like the entry level for people that want to like learn about chakras, that want to, build a business and start using that chakra energy to put it into their business. So that is $997, and that sells on autopilot. I mean, I will say I'm not against getting on a discovery call with someone for $1,000 product. Like if I just have to have a 30-minute call with someone to support them in making their decision, I'm totally fine doing that. So it sells on autopilot. I also do launch it. Sometimes I'm actually launching it right now just to get like a big burst. Like I want to sell 10 of them this month, but typically without really doing anything, I sell like 4 to 5 a month. So there's $4,000 or $5,000. And then I also have some one-on-one clients. So I have, so let me just go to level. So Chakra Girl Business School, that $1,000 is the passive one. Before that, I've actually just launched Chakras 101, which is $127. Before that, there's a $39 meditation bundle. Sorry, $37. So basically they buy the meditation bundle, then they buy the Chakras 101, which is I think it's $97 right now. And then they get pitched the $997. Because I like to say, like, if someone's going to buy this passive $997 product, what do they need to know first?
Right.
They need to understand why chakras matter. So that's where Chakras 101 come in. What do they need before Chakras 101? Well, they need to like understand that meditation is important. So they have the meditation bundle. So they kind of go up from there.
I love that you're thinking that way and working backwards. That's so important.
So then what I realized after that level was that I, it was like, okay, so they go from there. My mastermind that I launched was for all my high level clients that I've been working with since the beginning. Like my rock stars that are making 6 figures and like killing it. So that's what and that's called Chakra Girl Icon. And then I realized, okay, there's a huge gap here. And I don't want to work with all these people that go through the $997. I don't have the time to work with all these people one-on-one. So what can I do in between? So what I've created now is I've created Chakra Girl's Intuitive Sales School, which teaches people, again, tapping into the chakras, but more as it pertains to sales, talking about raising your prices, talking about getting grounded in your programs and like zhuzhing up your offerings. And then from there, they can funnel into a second mastermind. So that hasn't launched yet. That'll be launching soon. But so basically these are the people in sales school are the people that have like made a few sales here and there, or they've like launched their business and they're like not really making sales yet, or they've like worked with some people for a discounted, like a discounted rate, but they're like, okay, like why isn't this working? Like everything's done, and like usually their business is totally up and ready to go, but it's like an energetic shift that needs to change. So once they work through that program, then they're putting them into another mastermind. I've just seen the success that my first mastermind has had. So I'm going to be running 2 masterminds. Chakra Girl Sales School is going to become passive. So now they have this ladder to just like keep going up. So, I'm going to have, the income coming in from the $997 course, the meditation bundles and Chakras 101, those are such a low price, but they're funneling people in, like everything's a funnel. So maybe I'm going to have like, just statistically, so maybe every month I'm going to have 100 people buy that meditation bundle. And then maybe of those people, 20 are going to buy the Chakras 101, and then maybe 7 are going to buy the $997 Chakra Girl Business School, and then they're going to go through that course. It's a 4-month course. Then at the end of that, then some of them are going to buy the passive version of Sales School, and some of them are going to be ready for the mastermind. So it's like no matter where you are when you're finished a program, there's like a place for you.
So every time they say yes, you have something else for them to say yes to as well.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I do want them to like go through the material first and like make sure they're actually building themselves up to the next level. I'm not just like, here, buy more. It's like, get yourself up to the next level and I'll help you even get to the next level. So,
right.
So, I mean, no matter what, like I said, I've got the mastermind money coming in. I do have some one-on-one clients. So I have the girls, out of my girls that I've been with forever, I have a luxury one-on-one program, which was right now it's $40,000, and it is 9 months of one-on-one with me. I only take 2 or 3 people at a time, and it includes a vacation with me. So we work one-on-one for a month, and then we like go on a vacation and do like a 3-day deep dive of your business.
Ooh, wow.
And then it also includes like a bunch of other bonuses. So those girls, they paid a $10,000 deposit, and then they pay $1,666 a month. And then, so I have that money coming in as well. I let them spread it out over a longer period of time because they signed up early. And then I have, what else do I have coming in? Yeah. And then I also have, so the Chakra Girl Business School, there is a VIP level. So if you want to so it's a 4-month program, DIY. There's so many modules, so much content, so much to get through. But if you want to buy the VIP level, and I only take a few of these people at a time, you get 4 one-on-one calls with me over 4 months. So you're getting, you're doing that DIY, but then you're also getting a touch point with me. So if you think about it, I'm not really talking to that many people one-on-one on the phone. I've got like a few of the Chakra Girl Business School VIP girls, those 2 luxury one-on-one clients. And then I've got the mastermind. Right now I'm running the Sales School live. And then once the Sales School is over, I'll be running the other mastermind. So basically every month I'm probably only getting on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 calls in a month. So
that's not bad.
That's like 3 a week?
Right.
Yeah. So that's 3 hours of my week on the phone. And the rest of it is time to, work on the business, work on the podcast. Self-care is always in my calendar. I go to personal trainer 3 times a week. I go to yoga twice a week. I go to Pilates twice a week.
Nice.
And I go to float tanks. I go, I take my dog for a long walk every day. Like all that stuff is non-negotiable. And like once a week, me and my husband go for a nice lunch, during the day, and we always plan like a day to do something together, whether it's like going to Nordstrom and like having a glass of wine at the bar, or going, we live in such a beautiful city, so going to Granville Island and like buying some fresh seafood and stuff like that. Like that's my job. Like I really consider it my job to like do those things. Like it is literally part of my business to like live that life.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that you said it was non-negotiable. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm restructuring my days right now to where 4 hours on Friday, I have to take care of myself. Like that means that for 4 hours, I'm making sure my nails are done, doing a hair mask, doing a face mask, like going like in that 4 hours. If I decide to take the whole day off, like Friday's a potential day to where I could only work 4 hours, or I could have the whole entire day off to where if I want to drive to Memphis, because I live in a small town, so to get anywhere you'd have to drive an hour and a half. So I have to put that in my mind. It's like, okay, if I want to go get a massage, I'm going to go drive an hour and a half and then I'll go get one, and then I just won't work the whole day. So I love that.
I love that too. And I think that's so important. And I do the same on Fridays. On Mondays, I take my mastermind call and that's it. I only take client calls Wednesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays, I go to Pilates at noon, and then I work on my podcast. Like I have certain days for certain things, and that makes like such a difference. Time blocking is so important.
Yes. Okay. So could you walk us through how you've time blocked your days?
Yeah. So Mondays, so with the two masterminds or the two group programs, I do those calls on alternating Mondays. So those programs, they have 2 calls per month each. So they all happen on Monday. So Monday, no matter what, I have that call at noon. And in the morning, I do my thing. Like I love doing a long morning practice, like really doing my beauty routine, meditating, saging, Palo Santo crystals, the whole works, especially Monday morning to like set the intentions for the week. And then I have that call, and then usually like I work on some podcast stuff because I have a podcast that launches on Tuesdays. So I'm kind of just getting everything ready to release everything on the Tuesday. But then that's it. And then on Tuesdays, in the morning, I am working all on podcast stuff, and I have like podcast interviews on Tuesdays as well. And I go to Pilates, and then Monday, Wednesday, Fridays are the days I have my trainer as well. So Wednesdays I have my trainer at 11. And then I take 1 client call before that, and then 1 or 2 after that. And then Thursdays, same thing. I usually have between Wednesdays and Thursdays, I have like 3 or 4 calls. Some of them are discovery calls, like sales calls. And then Friday, I don't have anything booked at all. I keep that totally open, but I usually like if a friend wants to meet for lunch, I'll always say like Friday, like let's do Friday. And if they're like, oh, this Friday doesn't work, I'll be like, okay, next Friday. Like that's just the day that happens. Fridays are usually like when I'll spend time with my husband. Tuesdays as well. I don't know. I really take a lot of time. Like you said too, like I'm getting my nails, I'm getting my lashes, I'm getting facials, I'm getting, those kinds of things. But yeah, I mean, that being said, like there are times where I'm working a lot more. Like yesterday, like right now I'm just doing a big push for Chakra Girl Business School, and I want to sell 10 this month. So I'm doing like Facebook Lives, and I'm planning a webinar and stuff like that. So to catch up, last night I worked for like a couple hours at night, but that was because I took a lot of time in the afternoon off. So sometimes I'll, go do my thing during the day and then work a bit at night. So it's like super flexible, which is nice, like being able to work when you want. I kind of like working at night. I feel like it's like quieter. I don't have to like worry about emails coming in or anything like that. But yeah, it just feels good.
Nice. Yeah, it's always good to know when you're the most productive.
Yeah. And I think too, like one thing, and like this probably isn't the best way to do things, but this is like one of my rules is like, if I like right now I have like 50 emails I need to get back to, but I'm not going to work outside of work hours to do them. If it's going to take me an extra month to get back to this email, mentally for me, it has to be that way, because I can't, sit there, and lock myself in a room for 3 days to do everything. I'm going to keep living my life, and I'm going to get, the crucial stuff done that needs to get done. But then there's some stuff that is, just not as time sensitive. And
no, that's important. No, I'm the same way. Do you have anyone that manages your inbox for you?
No, no. My assistant will help, like, if I specifically ask her to.
Okay.
My inbox is very clean. Like, in my inbox, it's only people I need to respond to. Everything else goes to promotions folder and all that. Like,
gotcha.
Yeah, everything in my inbox is actual humans that I need to respond to.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything else goes to either updates or promotions. So yeah, I guess I do have someone essentially managing my inbox. She set everything up with the folders and everything. So
yeah. Right. Yeah. When my inbox manager, she's my customer support manager, and she does a lot of inbox work. And I didn't realize how much time I was spending on my inbox because I've automated my inbox. I have a lot of rules and labels and all that stuff. And I was like, oh, wow, that alone saved time to where I didn't have to hire a VA. Because like you said, everything in the inbox is pretty much humans I need to respond to anyways. But wow, when she stepped on in that role, it was amazing. And I still don't care for my inbox, but it's not as bad of a hatred anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Awesome. Well, this has been awesome behind the scenes of your business. I think it's great to see how you structured your days and how it's non-negotiable for you to actually spend time taking care of yourself. That's so important.
Yeah.
And then also your different income streams. And I love how you've structured your business to where it is every time someone says yes, they have something else to say yes to.
Yeah.
I think that's so awesome. And I love how you've structured that.
Yeah. And I think for people right now that are like, oh, I can't, I can't make a 10K month. I'm not even going to try. Just to be can you think of even 3 levels of people to be okay, I'm going to have this entry level program. I'm going to have this next level and then this for the next level. And I just feel like we've been conditioned to think you have one ideal client. You don't just have one ideal client. You have multiple and they're at different levels. So every program has an ideal client, but you need to be, reaching all the people because you're going to help them grow. That's the only way to help them grow. If you're oh, I only take beginners. Well, what's going to happen when that beginner reaches her next level? What are you going to have for her?
Right.
For me, I think retention is my number one strength as an entrepreneur. I probably have an 80 to 90% retention rate.
That's incredible. That says a lot about you too.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's I have really deep relationships with my clients. I don't try and be better than them or above them. Yeah. And I think that when you're working with so many different levels of people, it has to be that way. I'm not going to treat the beginners different than I treat the mastermind icons. So yeah, totally.
Yeah, I love that. Well, awesome, Amber. Thank you so much. Is there any way, any specific way you want people to go and stalk you, hang out with you?
Yeah. Instagram is the number one for sure. It's at the Chakra Girl Co. And the podcast, which is so fun, is Chakra Girl Radio on iTunes. I think I'm on Spotify too. But if you just search Chakra Girl Radio, you'll find it.
And you just started doing the woo woo weekends?
Yes. I was I want it, when I'm interviewing someone, it's about them, right?
Right.
But I want to be able to give lots of my information as well. So every Saturday I'm doing a special episode where I talk about my favorite spiritual things. And then at the end, I do a little guided meditation or visualization for everyone. So you can kick off your weekend right.
Yes. I love that you started doing that. That was just a few weeks ago. So
yes.
Love it. Okay, awesome. Okay, well, thanks so much. I will have your Instagram and your podcast, especially my episode too, on your podcast in the show notes. So go check that out in the show notes at profitplanner.co/podcast. Thanks so much again.
Thank you.